If you've ever heard someone say, "a blessing in disguise," or "spill the beans," and wondered, what on earth does that mean? You're in the right place. We've got 15 awesome idioms coming your way, each explained with real-life examples, so you can start using them in your conversations right away. A blessing in disguise. Ever had something go wrong, but later you realize it was for the best? That's what this idiom is all about. A blessing in disguise describes something that initially seems like bad news, but turns out to be beneficial. Imagine losing a job, but then finding an even better one right after. It's like the universe's way of saying, "Don't worry, something better is coming." For example, losing my apartment felt terrible, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise when I found a bigger, cheaper place.
You know, changing jobs can be a blessing in disguise. You know, changing jobs can be a blessing in disguise.
This whole thing is a blessing in disguise. This whole thing is a blessing in disguise.
Break the ice. Social situations can sometimes be awkward, right? That's when you break the ice. This idiom is used when someone does or says something to make a situation more comfortable or to start a conversation. It's especially handy for first meetings, like at a party or a business meeting. Want to make people feel more at ease? A funny story or joke could be just the thing. Example: he told a hilarious story about his vacation to break the ice at the conference.
I'm just trying to break the ice. I'm just trying to break the ice.
So we need to break the ice. So we need to break the ice.
Hit the nail on the head. This idiom is perfect for situations when someone says or does something that is exactly right. It's like striking the perfect note in a song. You can use "hit the nail on the head" when someone understands a situation perfectly or offers the perfect solution. It's a great way to praise someone for getting it just right. When she said we needed better communication in the team, she really hit the nail on the head.
You hit the nail on the head, Mr. Gustav. You hit the nail on the head, Mr. Gustav.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think you hit the nail on the head.
Burn the midnight oil. If you've ever stayed up late studying or working, you've probably burned the midnight oil. This idiom is used to describe someone who works late into the night to get something done, often in preparation for something important like exams, projects, or deadlines. It paints a vivid picture of someone working tirelessly by the light of an oil lamp, very old school. For example, I had to burn the midnight oil to finish my presentation before the deadline.
Tonight, the president and his top advisors will be burning the midnight oil. Tonight, the president and his top advisors will be burning the midnight oil.
I insist you go home and get some rest, and I'll burn the midnight oil at the station. I insist you go home and get some rest, and I'll burn the midnight oil at the station.
Caught between a rock and a hard place. This idiom captures the feeling of being stuck in a difficult situation where both options are bad. Imagine standing between a rock and a hard place. No matter which way you turn, it's uncomfortable. This phrase is useful when someone has to make a tough decision, where neither choice feels like a good option. For example, I was caught between a rock and a hard place when both job offers had major downsides.
We are all caught between a rock and a hard place now, honey. We are all caught between a rock and a hard place now, honey.
Man, you must really be caught between a rock and a hard place. Man, you must really be caught between a rock and a hard place.
Cut to the chase. We've all been in situations where someone talks too much, right? Cut to the chase means to skip unnecessary details and get straight to the point. It's like fast-forwarding to the most important part of a movie. Use this idiom when you want someone to get to the heart of the matter, especially when time is limited. Let's cut to the chase. How much is this going to cost me?
Okay, cut to the chase. Okay, cut to the chase.
Anyway, I will cut to the chase. Anyway, I will cut to the chase.
Let the cat out of the bag. If you've ever revealed a secret accidentally, you've let the cat out of the bag. This idiom refers to spilling information that was supposed to be kept hidden, often ruining a surprise or plan. It's a playful way to talk about accidentally telling someone something they weren't supposed to know. For example, John let the cat out of the bag about Jane's surprise party before the big day.
Are you saying that we're never going to let the cat out of the bag? Are you saying that we're never going to let the cat out of the bag?
I haven't let the cat out of the bag. I haven't let the cat out of the bag.
Bite the bullet. Sometimes we all have to face difficult situations or do things we don't want to, and that's when we bite the bullet. This idiom comes from a time when soldiers literally bit down on bullets during painful procedures. Now, it's used to express enduring something tough with courage. For example, I didn't want to take the shot, but I had to bite the bullet and go through with it.
I'm afraid we'll just have to bite the bullet on this thing, Clive. I'm afraid we'll just have to bite the bullet on this thing, Clive.
We should bite the bullet. Hire a campaign manager. We should bite the bullet. Hire a campaign manager.
Go the extra mile. This idiom is all about doing more than what's required to achieve something great. If you go the extra mile, you're putting in extra effort to get better results, whether at work, in school, or in relationships. It's a great way to describe someone who is determined to succeed. Our team went the extra mile to finish the project ahead of schedule, and it paid off.
You don't have to go the extra mile. You don't have to go the extra mile.
I appreciate you going the extra mile for Grandma. I appreciate you going the extra mile for Grandma.
Spill the beans. If you spill the beans, it means you reveal a secret or some confidential information, often unintentionally. This idiom paints a fun image of someone accidentally tipping over a can of beans, spilling everything out in the open. Use it when someone lets information slip. For example, I was trying to keep the proposal a secret, but she spilled the beans at the meeting.
She could come back from the dead, you see, and testify, spill the beans, and it would mean nothing. She could come back from the dead, you see, and testify, spill the beans, and it would mean nothing.
Come on, spill the beans. Come on, spill the beans.
The ball is in your court. This idiom means it's up to you to make the next move or decision. Imagine playing tennis. Once the ball is in the other person's court, they have to hit it back. This phrase is great for situations where you've done your part, and now it's up to someone else to act. For example, I've made my offer. Now the ball is in your court. What will you do?
The ball's in your court. The ball's in your court.
Ball's in your court, Slayer. Ball's in your court, Slayer.
Once in a blue moon. This phrase refers to something that happens very rarely, almost like the appearance of a blue moon, which is an actual, though rare, astronomical event. Use once in a blue moon to describe something that doesn't happen often, but is special when it does. For example, we only see each other once in a blue moon, but we always pick up where we left off.
Try going with your feelings once in a blue moon. Try going with your feelings once in a blue moon.
This is a once in a blue moon type of situation, I'd say. This is a once in a blue moon type of situation, I'd say.
Jump on the bandwagon. Have you ever noticed how people start doing something just because it's popular? That's when they're jumping on the bandwagon. This idiom describes the act of joining a trend or movement simply because it's fashionable. It's perfect for discussing social trends or fads. After everyone started using that new app, I finally jumped on the bandwagon and downloaded it too.
I just haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet. I just haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet.
Are you jumping on this superhero bandwagon? Are you jumping on this superhero bandwagon?
Out of the blue. When something happens suddenly and without warning, it happens out of the blue. This idiom is useful for describing surprises or unexpected events. Imagine the sky being clear, and then, out of nowhere, a storm appears. That's the idea behind this phrase. For example, she called me out of the blue, and we reconnected after years of no contact.
I don't want you to call or write or show up out of the blue. I don't want you to call or write or show up out of the blue.
That was so out of the blue. That was so out of the blue.
Barking up the wrong tree. If someone is barking up the wrong tree, they're making a mistake in their approach or focusing on the wrong issue. The image comes from a hunting dog barking at the wrong tree, thinking the prey is there when it isn't. It's a great way to tell someone they're misdirected. For example, if you think blaming the customer service team will fix the issue, you're barking up the wrong tree.
At least I'm not barking up the wrong tree. At least I'm not barking up the wrong tree.
You're barking up the wrong tree. You're barking up the wrong tree.
And that's a wrap on today's idiom lesson. We hope you enjoyed learning these 15 fun and useful idioms, and that you feel confident adding them to your English vocabulary. Don't forget to go the extra mile and practice using them in your daily conversations. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And remember, English is a journey. Sometimes it feels like you're burning the midnight oil, but the results are always worth it. See you in the next video, and keep learning.